What's your reason for change? Why do you wish to be different? And why do I sound corny as shit? Well, in today's episode of Strange Hispanic Men Talks, we're going to be discussing why it's important to explore and identify your reason for change. But first, let's go out for a walk. The great outdoors. Your reason is your Polaris. It's your North Star. It guides you to wherever you think you need to go, orienting you so that you keep heading in the right direction, and that way you mitigate meandering. It's a compass. It's not a map, meaning you're going to know in which direction to go, but you're not really sure where you're going. And that's the tricky part, since you're not going to know what's coming your way. You're not going to see the tough terrain, the dead end, the mountain, the cliff, the downhill, nor the uphill. Your reason can very well lead you to a very shitty situation. One that makes you say, okay, wow, that shit. Motivating you to avoid that situation entirely, avoiding that path. And at times you can. At times you have a choice. At times there's another path visible to you that appears less treacherous and it's easier to traverse. It won't necessarily make you proud that you took it, but it still leads you to where you want to go, so really, who cares? It's your choice. But there are also those moments where you can't avoid the difficulties. There are those moments where the path you chose to follow leads you to a point where you can't go further. It's not a dead end. You just don't believe that you can do it. And depending on how important that reason is to you, depending on how much faith you have on that little compass of yours, you either take a leap of faith on yourself and grind it out, stand still, or you turn back around. And that last one sucks. That last one's gonna make you feel like a freshly squeezed piece of shit. You can trust me on that one. Yet it's still an option. This is what makes your reason important. A good, strong reason will push you forward. It will pull you forward through the rough patches. It will help you endure the rough times, the tough times, because it will give you a better sense of direction, a better sense of where you're going, and why you have to take certain difficult paths. But how do you realize a reason? I mean, how do you conjure up a purpose for growth? And those are some good questions. And good questions deserve good answers. So, when I first started my path into self-development, when I took my first few steps into my spiritual journey, that's it called, my reason was simple. I thought myself a loser, and I wanted to be different, and I didn't want to be so insecure all the time. That was it. And now gradually over time that's changed into other stuff. And that's how it's going to be. It's always going to be changing your reason. Why? Because you yourself, you're always going to be changing. So it can start off with something cliche and basic as what I just said. But over time, that's just going to evolve into something else. Something cool and powerful. And if that sounds corny, just know that it is. But it does happen. It's a process. The purpose of the video is this. Find your reason. Explore the deepest holes of your crude personality to find one. And see where it leads you. Thank you for watching so far. And I'll catch you next time.